Hello adventurers and welcome back to Dungeon Delvers. My name is Joe Goodman and our usual host Cameron is busy prepping for his VR adventure, so I'll be DMing this special one-shot. Let's jump right into it because there's a ton to cover. In just the last couple of weeks, Wizards of the Coast have announced 3 new books, all to be released this year. The first book is The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and it's slated to release on September 21st and will take players on a magical adventure into the Feywild as they explore the whimsically fantastic Witchlight Carnival, which only appears in the material plane once every 8 years. But underneath the string lights and fun carnival games, something dark is brewing, as a group of hags known as the Hourglass Coven plots something absolutely nefarious. This adventure takes players from levels 1 to 8 and introduces 2 brand new playable races in the form of the Fairy race and the Hirangon, which is the rabbit folk race that appeared in the same unearthed arcana as the Fairy. But what's really interesting about Wild Beyond the Witchlight is that all encounters can be resolved without going into combat, and this gives players the option to be rewarded for their creativity and roleplay. The next book they announced is the one I'm personally the most excited for, as it brings some much needed love for dragons to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons launches on October 19th and is the first dragon-themed sourcebook for 5th edition. And it even properly introduces a variety of gem dragons into the current edition of D&D. This book has something for both DMs and players. It provides dungeon masters with ways to create adventures inspired by dragons and how to create amazing dragon lairs and hordes using information about 20 different kinds of dragons. You heard me correctly, 20 different kinds of dragons. While everything in the book hasn't been revealed yet, there are rumors that these different kinds of dragons will include great worms and moonstone dragons. The book will also include a complete bestiary that has a variety of dragon and dragon-related creatures, including aspects of the dragon gods, dragon minions, and a ton more. For players, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons include dragon-themed subclasses for monks and rangers, which will most likely be the Way of the Ascendant Dragon Monk and the Drake Warden Ranger we saw in Unearthed Arcana a few months ago. Not only that, but the book will include Gem Dragon Draconic Ancestry for Dragonborn races, new spells, feats, and magic items that are, guess what, dragon-themed. There's even lore about the story of the First World and how the 2 dragon gods, Bahamut and Tiamat, play roles in its creation and destruction. There's so much amazing content in this book that October 19th can't come soon enough. To round out this trilogy of new releases, we have Strix Haven, a Curriculum of Chaos. Another crossover between Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons. This sourcebook essentially brings your Harry Potter fantasies into D&D. You're able to create a character that belongs to one of 5 different colleges at the school, with each having its own unique flair to distinguish them from each other. Strix Haven contains 4 different adventures that take players from being first-year students at the Magical Academy all the way to their graduation, and from levels 1 to 10. You can even try out the new Owlfolk race called the Owlin and experiment with the new spells, magic items, and feats to create the ultimate flying fowl of magic to take on the new magical monsters in the book's bestiary. And what kind of magic school would Strixhaven be without all the drama involved with college life? The designers of this book included mechanics to enhance the roleplay for characters going to a school for magic, by having mechanics for taking magical aptitude exams and even working an after-school job. As you can see, the rest of the year is going to be filled with new D&D content to keep your games fresh and your players guessing what's going to come next. Which book are you looking forward to the most? Let me know on Twitter at ZTVGoofingOff with the hashtag Dungeon Delvers, and we'll see you back in the dungeon next time.